Hey, everybody, this is Dorothy, your host, and welcome to episode 24 of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. Before we get started in this episode, I did want to mention that this episode will be covering some detailed descriptions on sexual assault, sexual abuse, and rape. And I do realize that this entire podcast, even though I'm presenting kind of a trigger warning to this episode, I do realize that this entire podcast could be very triggering for many people. This is not meant to do anything but tell the truth. Tell the truth of what Robert had witnessed, what had happened, what he saw, what he experienced. Even though it is hard to listen to, I do encourage you guys to listen to this episode specifically. I think it's one of the most important ones because it's one that people don't hear about, that don't talk about very often. Let's dive in. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. Last episode, we left off with Robert and the group finally figuring out a way to escape and hitting the Thailand border and hitting Thailand. They were captured. They were found by a bunch of Thai people in a small village and were taken to a temple where they were captured by Thai soldiers who had brought them over to some sort of a facility, which was basically like a jail, to lock them up. Because at this point, the Thai soldiers didn't really know who was Khmer Rouge soldier and who wasn't. And none of the people who escaped, including Robert, had any identification of proof to show that they were just survivors, not necessarily bad people, which they didn't know. So, Ba, welcome back.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Mhm.
This is another morning Sunday.
Another Sunday morning. Yes, it is. So, Ba, you were taken to this facility. What exactly did they do? How long did you stay there? And what was that whole experience like?
After they put us in this facility and they still suspicious that we are a Khmer Rouge soldier because the way we dress black clothes, but that's all we have, black clothes.
Yeah.
And they know that we're not really threat to them because we have no gun, no nothing,
No
weapon, and so they just want the answer. We want to make sure that we are not the Khmer Rouge. So they put us in this facility. They feed us, give us food.
What kind of food?
Oh, it's very simple Thai, rice and water. During the day was fine. The problem is at night when the soldier got drunk and just pull us out and just kick us like just for fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, they treat us just like not a human. I mean, not a human being. We are the first 5 people that cross in that spot, that border. They lock us up for, I believe it's 2 or 3 days. Mm-hmm. I couldn't really remember exact, but I believe it's just 2 or 3 days. one morning they put us on a truck and send us. It's about maybe half an hour, 45-minute drive to this place here. They have a barbed wire. It's about maybe the size 40,000 square foot, space, but it's nothing. It's just barbed wire. It's called Nong Chan, Nong Chan, Nong Chan camp.
Baby, we made it. We made it to Thailand. We've crossed the jungle and we've passed the mines and we've passed all the crazy things that could have ever happened. And we are here. We are in a different country. We are in Thailand. Finally, a safe place. Right? Nong Chan Camp. Nong Chan Refugee Camp is one of the earliest refugee camps on the Thai-Cambodian border. Now, what you guys are going to hear in this episode is something very, very terrible. Things that happened in the beginning of the refugee camps when there was nobody watching, when the Red Cross wasn't there, when nobody from any kind of professional organization was around to really monitor what was happening to these refugees. This was probably another one of the hardest episodes for me personally to listen to. And Robert, as you will hear, was one of the first people to hit this refugee camp. Nong Chan camp was a huge refugee camp that provided lots of humanitarian work and provided lots of food and water and probably held 200, 300,000 refugees that were coming out of the country into Thailand. And towards the beginning of 1980s, 80, 81, the refugees were very, very cared for. And the people who were coming through that camp had a very, very different experience from Robert, who was one of the first 20, 30 people in that camp. Prior to all humanitarian help, this place was very, very different. And I just want to preface this by saying that what you guys will hear throughout this episode is not a reflection on the Thai people themselves, but unfortunately just was the truth of what Robert experienced, what he witnessed, and what he saw happen to the refugees, especially women refugees in that camp. And there was nobody there.
It was a few. I think these people, it's Cambodian refugee too. I think it's about maybe 30, 40 people in that camp already. Probably crossed the border because Thai and Cambodian border, it's a long. I'm not sure how far, but it's pretty far. So I believe these people probably crossed, maybe, came in maybe 2 or 3 days earlier than me.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys, what was in that camp? I mean, you said it was just basically like a field?
Just like a field and with the barbed wire around.
There's no place to sleep, no place to
eat
anything, no cafeteria.
Oh, no. It's just the barbed wire around that, and then you cannot. And then they got only one, not door. The barbed wire you can pull out, so they let the people out,
right?
Let people in, and they have a few soldiers, guard, and they do feed us. Think at that times a lot of Thai business people just try to convince the people that have daughter or children, they want to just talk to the parent and buy the children, or talk to the parents, say, hey, I can take your children and taking care and all of that, or I can find a job for them. A lot of people not quite understood at that time that these people were evil. They just sell. As soon as your children walk out from that barbed wire, and you never see that children again because they just lied to you. And yes,
You saw that happen.
Because it is the beginning of Cambodian refugee that come to Thailand, and from the beginning, I didn't know the other camp, but this camp, it just starting it for 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, that period of time, it was brutal. It was terrible because it's no Red Cross, no other agency that know what's going on with Thai people, with Thai soldiers. They rape and get whatever they do whatever they want to do. It was horrible.
Inside the camp?
Outside the close by the camp. This family have 2 daughters, but they age about the teenager, but
They were
have
already
no
there.
food. But you look, they both look like 8-9 years old because it's no food and skinny. But it doesn't matter as long as you female. I think especially it happen at night after like 10-11 o'clock. All these soldiers drunk came in and grabbed the girl. They rape her in a car just outside the barbed wire. 5-6 people, and then they took the girl and just disappear. And the parent, we just couldn't do anything at that time. I want to help, but what can I help? What can I do? You just like just so was horrible uh, uh, thing to see, and you just couldn't do anything. The parent was horrified and try to talk to, oh, help, can you help us? What can we do? And especially the mom and the dad, it just jump like, and then you cannot get out because they have soldier that guard that door there. I hope if this parent it hear this podcast, I love to if I can to really meet them again. If uh, it was horrifying. This was teenager, but it looked like 8 and 9 years old.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's just malnutrition.
So it happened. It happened a lot, almost every night for 3 to 4 weeks. Whoever the refugee that came in, it does, because after I moved in to that camp, every day, refugees just pour in, hundreds of people that pour in. So,
did you ever see when you started seeing them? So you're saying every night they would come and grab the girls? Were there any parents that tried to hide their daughters? when they
Yes.
started hearing about that?
Yes. After, 1 week, I think, and every people, the new people that came in, so we warning them. So make sure that you watch your daughter just maybe dress like a boy or whatever, and
Cut her hair.
and then you just don't let her out of your sight. Just cover, just pretend sometimes you sick, all of that. But I think from the beginning when they came in, they already knew, they already targeted, all these soldiers. Now they know it's a lot of people in the camp, so they just go ahead and call your name, this and that, and try to trick you. Said, okay, you need to go this place, take a shower, and then it disappear. So many girls that disappear from that camp, and I heard later on it end up with the prostitute. They sold this girl. They sold it. I believe it happened a lot, not just in this camp. It happened at the other camp too. But this camp here, because of because it took very new, so it's no, like I say,
No regulation.
no, it's no regulation. No, main thing here is no Red Cross.
I remember you saying, Ba, you escaped with a girl in your group. There were 5 people. One of them was a girl.
Yeah, she was 16 years old. Yes, and she's really beautiful too. 16 years old. I remember very clear when we got to Thai's village that first morning. I know a few people want to talk to her and just taking her to, a shower or just try to get away from us. And I told the dad, said, don't let her go with these people because they try it from the first day as soon as you step into Thailand. So, yes, we saw that she was so lucky. Cover with the
Clothing or something? What did she, cloth?
Cloth, cover face.
She covered her face.
Cover her face. The clothes she wear like
Baggy clothes.
Baggy clothes. When we live in a camp, just a hut. It was a cardboard and a piece of a rug that we make it as a room, And then we told her, you cannot get out from this room. Just cover and stay. And then if you go to bathroom, we got her and we carry just like she's sick. Otherwise, if we not be careful, you're gonna be gone. So when she need to go to bathroom, there's no bathroom anyway. We can pee and poop just on the field anyway.
Okay.
But we went with her. Mm-hmm. We carry her, cover everything, and just like really sick people. I believe they don't want sick girl. Maybe they have disease or whatever. That's what you really want to show them. She just pee next to that. She sleep right there and pee next to that. And at that camp. I mean, just right off the sleeping place.
Right next to where she was sleeping.
Yeah, and then pee, poop or whatever, and we willing to just take the poop out, after that, and that's the only way. And she was so lucky, very lucky. Then after the Red Cross came in, and everything's safe. everything. It's day and night. Completely different. But, yeah.
So she was able to show her face after the Red Cross came?
Still have to be careful.
Oh,
yes.
Because she's right at that age.
Yeah. And then plus now you're talking about, I don't know, maybe 500-600 people.
Right.
I mean, now it's just like all over the, they cannot, now they have children, girl, man, I mean, old people. It's just a lot of people. So yeah, you still have to be careful. You cannot, you just don't want to go out from that camp, from that barbed wire.
Well, with the help of all of you, I think.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to help each other. I mean, I mean, what can you, whatever you can think of, just like you cross the, that border, you're just thinking. I was thinking yesterday, just learn it from the soldiers, because why soldier walk apart, like 10 meter apart, 5 meter apart, it's how a reason, because it's a safety.
I'm surprised they didn't do anything to her in the jail that you guys were in.
They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to her. And it was lucky. It was luck,
Because they definitely could have.
Oh, my God, yes. Yeah. See, that's luck.
That's luck.
Not because you're smart or...
And she wasn't covered up at that time in the jail?
No.
They saw her?
No. Yeah.
Do you think these Thai people really wanted to help the refugees?
No. For me, no. Not even the government of Thailand. They don't want to help. I don't think they really... No. Definitely, no.
Because the Red Cross was like American or French or Australian Red Cross. These were different countries, Western countries.
Well, now I know, I understand, but I didn't understand where these people are coming from. What is the Red Cross?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But they did help save a lot of people. Saves a lot of people.
As a woman and a daughter listening to this episode, I remember feeling just like really cold during the recording. I remember feeling like I was there, like a movie was playing in front of me when he was describing the girls being taken away, witnessing rape, witnessing parents witness rape. It's so wild that even when I tried to like Google and research this topic in general information, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything about what had happened to some of these refugees. And it only made me think about all the people who had gotten to these camps just a few months too early and had their children taken away from them, had their girls turned into prostitutes and human trafficking, and how unfair it really is for some people that, that these stories are not even found. Like, you can't even find them online. And yes, of course, these refugee camps had saved so many people. Just as Robert mentioned at the end of this episode, I mean, they really, really were instrumental in saving these people's lives. But how many quiet stories aren't being told? How many quiet memories are being buried in some of these people who had survived, or some of these people who had never had a chance to really share their part of the story, these small silent parts of the story, right? The parts that can't be found. I just find this to be so revealing. I find this to be so incredibly important.